We are from Catalyst Group, again a social enterprise similar to what Selco is, and whatever challenges that he sort of set up in the context, a lot of those will apply to us, and probably we might have even more than that because we work across different domains as well, right? So we are right now focusing on one of the use cases, but for us the entire journey of last 30, yeah. So Catalyst Group was started around 1994, so we have been in this space for almost 30 years. And over a period of time, we have taken different shapes and the forms based on the requirement, because when we started as a private company, but over a period of time realized that a lot of innovations or the models that come from the ground may not be scalable unless we try it out, test it out in different contexts, right? So that's where we started two different NGOs, each of them focusing on their own domain. One focuses on the public health and one on the livelihoods. They are registered under Societies Act, and all of this eventually gets governed under a larger non-profit called Catalyst Foundation, similar to what Selco has, right? So we also get question on what is the impact that you are creating. It's not only about the revenue or the turnover or the profits, but the larger, when we sit down on the annual planning, we start with, okay, what is the number of lives that you want to touch this year? And then you do the backtracking saying that, okay, what are the models which are scaled, how they are working, is there a way where you can improve, where can technology play a role, or is there even technology required in places, right? Because when you deal with a human to human on the ground, it's not that technology will solve a lot of things, right? Probably technology can facilitate some of the work, but not always that it will solve the problem. So we have done a lot of experiments, I would say, but over last 2-3 years, we have taken certain stances around how do we want to move forward. And that's where we came across ERPNext and the FOSS ecosystem largely to understand, is there a way where we also start standardizing our processes using open source, right? Because earlier we were using proprietary softwares, the costs were very high, people were getting difficult to handle, then a lot of those typical problems will come into the scenario, right? So because we knew Baswa as well earlier, so we were like, okay, should we start exploring something around this? And not only about the open architecture in a larger sense, but also when we engage with people outside as a customer or as a service provider also, we sort of encourage that part. And it largely comes from our own philosophy that we don't believe in proprietary goods or anything like that. We always believe in either open source or a commons good, because in the end, the sector is where you co-create most of the things. It's not that you have all the ideas and you go and sort of impose them on the customers. So it's largely around creating a commons good or an open good, which can be sort of used by the larger community members. So probably whatever we might talk today might be useful for another social enterprise tomorrow, right? So probably it might be leveraged the same way. Right now, I think we are in a shape where we have structured a lot of our financials internally within the group using ERPNext, right? And I'm not sure how many of you know how complex ecosystem within social sector it is to manage NGO, foundation, trust, private company, and their financials all together, right? So a lot of those we are able to manage over a period of time, but it has taken almost 2-3 years for us to come to this stage. But the idea is that once we move this, most of our operations will be driven and scaled using open source softwares. And we also do a lot of research work, monitoring work, and everywhere. So everywhere we are trying to push for those open source ecosystems. So that's our fundamental philosophy. And a lot of now we are going into the implementation part as well. While we did our own internal processes, when we go to client and implement projects for them, or we implement our own projects, all of them are also getting driven by the open source architecture. So that's where our fundamentals are. And I mean, there are more things around it, but I'll leave it to one of the use cases where we are using ERPNext right now. And Baswaraj is helping us developing a lot of those modules, and how do we scale it up in different contexts as well. So I'll give that to Arya and she'll explain. Yeah.
Thanks, Prerak. Prerak overall explained the use case of ERPNext within our organization. I am particularly going to talk about a project that we implement with MSMEs. So, Business Catalyst for Inclusive Economy is a project we are trying to implement with nano enterprises, nano and micro enterprises, focusing specifically on women entrepreneurs, marginalized entrepreneurs, and we are trying to create a one-stop platform for them where we help them solve their business problems for their growth and sustainability. So for that, we are using the ERPNext tool. We are trying to address their challenges in the area of finance, capacity building, digital enablement, expert advisory, and all of this we are trying to implement through the ERPNext system. So like I said, we have reached out to around 5 lakh MSMEs and have delivered services to around 70,000 of them. And whatever we do, the core of our work and the facilities or the services that we are providing to them is, is basis the fact that they don't have access to solutions. So when we were also trying to look out for platform where we could use and provide these technologies and support services to them, we also thought that ERP is that one platform where we have access to a lot of tools which are already present, and we just needed to customize and build on it basis our requirement. So, like I said, and like I showed, the reach of the program and the scale of the program is a lot. So we wanted something which, which could help us manage our operations in a better way without, kind of shutting it or, without overwhelming our systems and our people. And we thought that in that case, ERP came to a great help for us. So how we utilize it, that like I said, there were already some systems or some modules already built in that ERPNext, and we kind of built on it basis our utilizations and our requirement. We have done a lot of customization, again thanks to Baswa, Saundarya, Nagmani and Viral, who is not here. These guys have worked with us in and out, day and night, and helped us build, because like I said, we are offering multiple services to our MSMEs, and all these services requires different kind of customization. So for example, if I am offering a service which is in financial sort of a thing, I would require a different module altogether or a different schema of things to deliver that services. Similarly, if it is on e-commerce, I would require a completely different sort of forms and interactions in that space. So they have helped us with a lot of customization. Like I said, it is also very affordable to a space where we come from, a social impact space. We also have to look for pricing, and also we felt that it's quite affordable and fit to our principle and value systems as well. Then we have also been able to integrate other tools with the ERPNext platform. We have been integrating the LMS, the CRM and the dashboards as well. We will show it to you on next couple of slides. So the first feature that I want to talk about is that ERPNext has helped us centralize all our data at one place. So like I said, we worked with 5 lakh MSMEs, and all the data, everything around them, about them is available in one space, which helps us kind of understand where our MSMEs are coming from, what is their background, what are the services they require. So the entire basic profiling, everything is at one place, centralizing our records, our engagement with them. Then there are different modules that we were able to pick from the universe and kind of bring it to our use case. So we have picked something from, I think, the CRM module, and then we also developed like an opportunity module. So basis our requirement, they have developed those modules for us as well. So we can do like a real-time tracking of what is happening with each person on a I can just now see how many team members have reached out to how many MSMEs, just like from sitting here. So those kind of details have helped us a lot in trying to understand what is happening at the ground level, at the field level, which has again led to optimizing our project implementation and our resource allocation utilizations as well. The other thing that I would want to talk about, which has helped us a lot in a way, is that the streamlined billing and the quotation and the payment module that they have. So we don't have to switch to multiple Excel sheets to just understand if Prerak as an MSME has taken what service, has he paid for that service or no, what is the status of that particular case. So all of it is a custom built for us, and we have also integrated a payment gateway within our ERPNext system so that it is easy for us to generate a quotation, the MSME to receive an invoice, for them to pay to us, and then for also it to reflect into our systems as well. So all of this has been very useful to streamline our operations. Then like I said in the beginning, MSME is the core of everything that we do, and we want to develop a trusted relationship with them. So whenever they sign up for a growth service, say for example, if somebody wants an e-commerce service, they want to onboard on Flipkart. So we want to develop that relationship with them wherein we are providing every update to them. So for example, if we have received the document from them, there will be an email that will automatically go to that MSME saying that, you know what, your documents, we have received your documents and we are working on your service delivery. Once we have onboarded, their products are listed on the e-commerce website, and email will automatically go to them saying that, you know what, your products are listed, why don't you see it, why don't you give us feedback. So all these are customized for us basis our requirement, even the emails that should go with each whatever project or service that they have taken. For every details we they get an update for it. So that's also helps us a lot in a lot of real-time tracking of what is happening with each service delivery as well. There again, we also do believe in quality, so we are able to also do quality assurance within the ERP system to ensure that whatever we are committing to our MSMEs for their growth, they are getting those things as well. We have recently integrated LMS also in the ERPNext system, where our MSMEs can access to the learning modules in their language, whatever they prefer at their ease and time. So those are also some features that we were able to incorporate basis the project requirement. What we have and what we are very grateful for having is a customer interface wherein our customers, our MSMEs can log in into the system and also see what is the progress of what has happened with their service. So there is a good kind of relationship that we have built with them with these features. So everything is okay, like, you know, ERPNext has helped us in operations and streamlining our project. We are able to see real time, you know, project implementation, or understand what is happening at, you know, at different places. But then all of this will not help if we don't have insights and analytics to it. So ERPNext has also helped us have real-time tools and reports, which has helped us build dashboards that eventually help us make, you know, insightful decision, data-driven decision for our work, for our efficiency, and for our scale. So this is something that we have been able to do within with the help of the ERPNext reports and analytics tools that is available. Yeah, and we feel here that, you know, whatever we are trying to do with our MSMEs and, you know, helping their business grow, ERPNext has been like a strategic focus or strategic step that has empowered our implementation. So yeah, we are looking forward to create much more impact with this tool, because it has really helped us in, you know, implementing and making data-driven decisions, having those dashboards for more efficiency, more better resource allocation, etc. Prerak, do you want to add anything? Yeah, that's about it.